That sleek black electric sedan just conked out right in front of my driveway, like it sensed its own guilt and decided to play dead. And you know what? I didn't feel a shred of pity. I stood there, arms folded tight, muttering under my breath, "Karma's got a long memory, doesn't it?" This woman, this self-appointed ruler of our little corner of suburbia with her ego the size of a mansion, had been siphoning my electricity for weeks, treating it like a free-for-all at a block party. The kicker? I wasn't her first mark. If you've ever had a neighbor bulldoze right over boundaries like they don't exist, spill a tide, bet my last dollar I'm not alone in this circus. Life in Pine Ridge, our tidy little enclave on the outskirts of Seattle, used to feel like a postcard from normalcy. Neat lawns, kids zipping around on scooters without a care, the occasional squabble over whose hedge was creeping too far. Nothing earth-shattering, just the hum of everyday peace that lulls you into forgetting real trouble exists. I'm Alex Reed, 35, an electrical engineer who lives solo in a modest bungalow I've been tweaking for years. My gig? Designing home power setups to prevent fires and glitches. Ironic, right? It keeps the roof over my head and the coffee brewing strong. But a couple of months ago, back in early spring 2024, my power bill slammed me like a sucker punch way higher than the usual spike from rainy Pacific Northwest winters. At first, I blamed the lingering chill, maybe my heater working overtime. But that nagging doubt crept in, the kind that makes you double-check every switch and appliance. As an engineer, my brain kicks into debug mode when things don't add up. That's when I spotted it. An unfamiliar extension cord snaked into my side yard outlet, trailing across the pavement to a glossy black luxury EV parked curbside. It screamed high roller in our sea of sensible sedans and SUVs. Meter in hand, I confirmed the drainette was guzzling more juice than my whole kitchen. The owner? Victoria Lang, 2 doors down, a 52-year-old retired hedge fund whiz who strutted like she owned the cul-de-sac. She was deep in the homeowners association, the type who'd slap fines for unsightly garden gnomes, preaching about preserving our enclave's elegance. Last year, I jumped through hoops to install my own EV charger plans, permits, pro-electrician, and the HOA nuked it over visual harmony. Yet here she was, bold as brass, chatting with old Mr. Ellis while grabbing mail. He dropped the bomb. She's been hopping houses for charges. Burned bridges with the Wilsons last fall, so yours was next. He'd seen it all in his 25 years here, delivering gossip like weather updates. Victoria rotated spots when folks griped, her confidence unshakable. I wrestled with it. Maybe an emergency at her place? Power outage? I hated confrontation, so I started soft. A polite note on her windshield. "Hey, noticed you're using my outlet. Let's talk? Here's my number." Crickets. Next, cones blocking the spot shoved aside overnight. A letter in her box proposing she chip in or schedule. Vanished, and her plugs ramped up like a dare. Frustrated, I vented to my college pal Tyler, now in cybersecurity but a gadget tinkerer at heart. "Watch out," he warned. "Shady boosters can fry systems." Remember my dorm blackout fiasco? His tales of voltage mods gone wrong hit home. That night, when she left her car charging, I crept out, heart pounding like a thief in my own yard. What I found? Not just a compact box with blinking LEDs, a banned current booster from 2018, recalled for sparking blazes and wrecking wiring. My blood chilled. This wasn't borrowing, it was endangerment. No more Mr. Nice Guy? Drawing on my expertise, I'd wired safeguards for data centers worth fortunes, a rigged illegal surge protector in my panel. It wasn't sabotage. It was a smart breaker that briefly cut power on dodgy draws, shielding my home from overloads. Installation ate my weekend, doubts nagging, but spotting that cord again sealed it. The first zap? Her EV lit up like a glitchy arcade game, dash flickering, alarms wailing, charging stuttering every minute. She fiddled furiously, oblivious to her booster clashing with my setup, creating a vicious loop. Tesla's finicky brains hated the interruptions, error codes piling up. Days blurred into her growing rage, the car bulking harder, me glued to the window, torn between triumph and worry. Was this justice or spite? Her persistence screamed entitlement. Then she went nuclear. HOA complaints flooded in, anonymous tips about hazardous wiring at my place, timed right after her trouble started. The formal demand landed like a lawsuit inspection imminent, signed by Chair Marcus Kane, Admin Sophie Grant, and another suit. Marcus was a procedure zealot. I'd clashed with him over my charger denial. Double whammy. They blocked my legit setup, but ignored her theft? Rage boiled had Victoria pulled strings to hoard free power? Pre-inspection, she cornered me at the mailbox. Your outlet's perfect me car thrives on it. Smug as sin, daring a retort. I froze, but that lit my fuse. Tyler advised, keep the device, it's your right. I prepped docs, stealing for war. This wasn't just volts, it was power plays, her HOA clout versus my quiet stand. Inspection day dawned crisp, fall 2024 vibes mocking the storm. The team probed every circuit, praising my rig as top-tier safety. Then Victoria swooped in, all faux concern. Glad you're checking hazards. To prove normalcy, she plugged in where she'd swapped her charging port at a sketchy shop days prior. Click. Dash erupted in strobes, a hiss escaped, then silence. Dead. The tech traced it. Her band booster plus knockoff port triggered a meltdown with my protector. Illegal gear, he declared, snapping pics. Neighbors gawked. Whispers flew. She's been leeching forever, that car's toast. Tow truck hauled the wrecked $22,000 fix, worthless now. Sold for scraps, she grabbed a battered old Toyota Corolla. Lawyers? Experts? All fingered her mods. Insurance bailed, voided by hacks. HOA scrambled, rewriting rules, greenlighting chargers including mine. Victoria? Shattered. Resigned boards, racked legal bills, social exile. But twist. Months later, winter 2025 edging in, she appeared with trembling hands, homemade blueberry muffins. Alex, I get it now. Asking beats taking. Tears welled. We talked her Tesla-fueled ego crumbling to humility. She ditched control for kindness. Park cleanups, helping seniors, sharing veggies from her new plot. One rainy eve, she needed a jump for her Corolla. Neighbors help neighbors, I said, cables in hand. She chuckled. Cheaper than stealing, huh? That booster? Trashed with a note. Thanks for the lesson. V. We're pals now, built on real respect. Sometimes, fallout sparks growth, not grudges. My charger's up, outlets permission only. Was I too harsh, engineering her downfall? Or did she deserve every zap for endangering lives? Would you confront a bully neighbor head-on, or let karma wire the trap? Spill your takes below. Did tech justice go too far, or was it spot on? Hit like if you've battled entitlement, subscribe for more real-life reckonings, and comment your wildest neighbor wars.